Hello, Beez Bladers. Welcome back and welcome newcomers to the channel. I have two brand new knives from Artisan Cutlery, and I hope you're having a fantastic day. You know I'm having a fantastic day. We're going to get right in these bad boys. I'm going to get them both out. Wait until you see these knives. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, if you like CJRB and you like Artisan, you're going to like these knives. You're going to like the way they look. I can't stress enough just how much coolness factor both of these knives have. This one I'm going to show second because I believe it's my favorite. I've had them both out. I got to check them out, do some measurements and things like that. Much more than that I haven't, but I can give you pretty much a good overview right now. I don't know that a review is going to be needed because what you see is what you get with these bad boys. And we're going to start right out with this one. This is the Artisan Cutlery Revel. Would you look at it? Just look at it, all of its crispy clearness. Oh my goodness, look at this. It is a model of perfection when it comes to, if you like a clean knife with a thin handle, this is gonna be one that you enjoy. Let's see, who is the designer? I can't remember, oh my gosh. For some reason, I'm wanting to think that this is like a Laconico design, but I can't remember. I apologize to the designer. I will put it up on the screen. Oh yeah, okay, no I don't. I do not apologize. Look at that. Laconico. There's something about Ray Laconico's knives. When I get a thinner knife like this, it feels so good in the hand. I've become a fan of thinner knives. I do like beefy knives when it calls for it, but if you want, oh yeah, look at that. If you want crispy and thinner, easier in and out of the pocket, then Laconico, I'm telling you, dude, if you ever see my videos, reach out and say hello, man. I love your designs. I love your knives. I love your knives across all spectrums. You're just a great designer. Anyway, enough doting about the designer. Look at this blade. Is that not beautiful? Sandblasted S90V blade steel, baby. And there you go there. See, Laconico seems like usually has it up here or somewhere along the top. It's usually not on the blade. And then I say usually, and everyone will be like, yeah, it is. But yes, look at that. Beautiful elongated clip point. I love the way it looks. This is, I believe it's a captive pivot. It does have ceramic ball bearings in there. It is a frame lock. It has a steel lock bar insert, which is very nice. Very, very nice. You got to have a lock bar insert. Either that or have it carbonized for smoothness. And I do like that the titanium clip is the same color, kind of the same sandblast look a little bit as the blade. Just gives it a little bit of pop. I think if it was the same color as the handle, it might take away and just make it look more plain Jane. I do like that little bit of that little addition right there. Now, as far as your pass through, it is not difficult to disengage at all. The action on this thing is phenomenal. It's droppy shut. It's so easy to operate. Now, you do not have the extra luxurious pass-through. You do have to give it just a little bit of pressure with your thumb. It's not hateful. It doesn't hurt your thumb. You don't have to dig, but it does require a little bit of pressure just to disengage that. Oh my goodness. Look at that. So nice. I mean, it's so very nice, especially with how thin it is. Did I say it's thin? And the blade looks like it could be just a hair towards the clip side. Let's check out. We've already looked at the finish. The finish is absolutely phenomenal. The fit, left and right, up and down, I'm getting the slightest bit, like a 0.5. And that's, if I'm just doing it normally, I don't feel it, but really putting a lot of pressure. You can see I don't have my fingers in the path. Sometimes people are like, dude, you cut your fingers off. No, I'm aware. I could just barely feel the slightest bit of something when I go like that. But other than that, it is solid. And I like the way it feels. Now my hand is 4 inches from here to here, 3.5 from here to here. And from the bottom of my palm to the tip of my middle finger is 7.25. And yes, I have plenty O handle. Now, I think if you have XL hands, your pinky is going to be up here on top of this point right there. So that may or may not be something you want to take into consideration, but you can, because of this flat right here, you can choke up and kind of put your middle finger in here and just, if you have big old chunky fingers, you might not want to try this because you want to watch out for that heel. But me, I'm able to, and there's adequate grip up here's on the jimping. very nice jimps that done very, very well. I would say like 8 out of 10, with 10 out of 10 being almost impossible to get. Very good jimping, nice grip. This is going to be a great everyday carry for the knife connoisseur, someone that likes a little nicer steel, likes the finer things in life, or is able to save up. This could be someone's grail. They might be seeing this knife right now and say, oh my gosh, I want that someday. And that's something that I think about when I'm showing these knives, is the excitement that just that right look, that right style, that right blade shape, everything about it, and you want it. Believe me, I know. Now let's check out this next knife. This next one is blowing me away. Check this out. This is the Artisan Cutlery Satyr. Oh my goodness. Would you look at that? Would you just look at that texture? Let me give you a little bit of texture vision. I don't know if it is called anything, but I'm calling it a starburst pattern. It's kind of a starburst frag pattern. See how it radiates out in those lines and it just keeps going? Almost kind of like a spider web, but more of a starburst pattern that, oh my gosh, it just feels so good. This is titanium handle. It doesn't have a reversible clip. And this is designed by Cerberus Knives. And oh my gosh, it looks so good. You ready to see this blade? Pow! Right in the kisser. Oh, look at this. Now this is something that's very cool. When I got it out, I was like, is that a bunch of dust? What is that? But that is actually part of the stonewash process, and it gives it kind of an aged look. And something nice about this is, if you scratch your blade, you're not going to go, ah! You're not going to notice. And yeah, did I just say that it's S90V blade still? Because yeah, it's S90V, but it has a very unique, there's 4 different variants of this one also. I've shown another variant of this one, but I can tell you from experience, this one tastes. What is this, strawberries? This one feels, one of those senses hears. This one hears really good. It feels very good. I mean, this is one, I've carried my other version. Matter of fact, it's upstairs in my backpack right now. But this has a very good hand feel. You know the size of my hand. If you have XL hands, there's just enough room for your pinky on there, depending. You know how wide my hand is from here to here. So just depending, actually, I could just grab this right here. I have this little dude sitting over here, just to give you an idea of how much handle length you have. If you're starting from there, you have just about 4 inches of handle. And if you choke up a little bit on that flat, it might give you just under 4 1/4. And then your blade on this bad boy, since we have this out, you have a 3 1/4 inch blade. This is a fantastic knife. Very thin design. I love these thin designs like I was talking about with the last one. And it's one that you're going to be proud to get out. You're going to be proud to carry. And if you like this blade shape, you have a nice bit of belly. Love the way it comes up. It's a tall, flat grind all the way up to this flat up here. So you have from this point right here all the way down for that blade to get better and better geometry. Now, if you look here, it doesn't have a sharpening choil per se, because your plunge grind ends right there into the heel. So you'll have to be careful. Put you a piece of tape on there, right around there on both sides, so you won't get a smile and you won't scratch it up to make it look unpretty. But if you don't worry about that kind of thing, then that's not going to bother you at all. Has a decent pocket clip. The pocket clip has an angle to it to kind of help you get it up into your pocket. I'm trying to show you. See how it's kind of angled back that direction? It does kind of grab just a little bit, but it's not hateful. I've carried the other version plenty, so I do know that that pocket clip's not. Sometimes a pocket clip can be a deal breaker when it's a titanium clip, but oh my goodness. Now this bad boy from tip to tip is 197 millimeters, 7.8 inches. Your closed length is 4.4 inches, 112 millimeters. Now your blade is 85 millimeters, 3.4 inches, and it weighs 109 grams, 3.85 ounces. Now 3.4 inch blade, that's what it said on the, okay, that's right. I thought I saw something different over there. I was like, wait a minute, I better check my numbers. But this one is another fantastic knife. The jimping is a little lacking on this one. The jimping stops right here, just past the handle. So if you're holding it in a traditional grip, only that much jimping is touching my thumb. All my thumb is out here. I don't typically hold my knives back like this when I cut. That's not a comfortable grip. For me, my hand is up in here on the knife with my thumb out pushing like this. So I would have appreciated a little more jimping, maybe come out and have the jimping a little more aggressive, but that's, that's going to be whether you prefer more jimping or not. It's not going to be a heavy use knife. However, it is a frame lock, and frame locks are one of the stronger of the knife locks, because the stronger you're gripping it, the more you're ensuring that that stays locked up. And the lockup on this one is good. And let's see how the blade centering is. The blade is centered. This is a very, very nice knife. Out of both of these, I like this one more because of the handle, and I am a sucker for texture. However, I like this blade shape. Too bad they're not interchangeable. Two different designers, two great designs, two slender knives. So if you like a more slender knife, maybe one of your Mr. Fancy Pants knives to carry, take to the steakhouse or wherever, where you're not planning on cutting into bags of mulch, one of these might be up your alley. I'm curious. Let me know, which one of these would you prefer if you got one? And I want to talk about these every Friday night. Beez Blades live at the Hive. Oh, right. You want to come to the live stream, because we'll be talking about these and all the other knives and flashlights and gear that you see on Beez Blades. Come on Friday night, 8:15 Eastern time to around midnight or later. We give away knives. We talk about knives. We don't talk about politics or religion. It's a family-friendly show. There's no cussing. We have an absolute great time. And you'll have to come and see all what we're talking about. And you'll find that you don't have to be a knife expert or have any kind of knife knowledge to come and hang out and learn about knives. Whether you just got into knives, just discovered them, or you've been into pocket knives for 30 years, we all can learn something from each other. So let me know what you think about them. Now go watch this video. You'll really enjoy that. And until I see you again in the lives or the chats or at the Hive, remember, live life in the present, keep a Band-Aid handy, and don't cut yourself.